Welcome to our first quarterfinal. It is finals day here in Rio de Janeiro, the Oi Rio Pro stages and all Hawaiian quarterfinal number one. Dusty Payne up against John Florence. We did see these two go head to head with a third player in round 4 as everyone was voting with the Toledo John heat. But Dusty against all the odds, and well, look at the magnet.
He does it each and every time. He'll find that barrel if there's one out there to have.
Now Dusty Payne comes alive on his first offering. So quick start here.
Well, they both look on point. You know, that quick stand up in the tube from John Florence, and then that attack of the lip from Dusty Payne. I like the looks of both these surfers right now. And we touted this as being one of the more exciting heats of the quarterfinals, and it's starting off to look exactly that. Let's take a look at the replay here of that maneuver of Dusty as he drifts up and over. He carries a ton of speed through that one maneuver, slice at the top.
Yeah, definitely it helps, you know, it gets my year started for me, and hopefully I can move on to the rest of the year with some good results, and that definitely help.
Well, good luck in there, and hopefully, you know, making it on through to another one.
Cheers, buddy. Thanks.
Here on these south-facing beaches of Rio de Janeiro, so much so that we have the jet ski system in place. John patrolling here. He'll be reveling in these pitting conditions. Did pick up a 717. That is a single ride contribution. You see top left of screen for that number. Dusty Payne's 8.5 is made up of 2 waves, a 5.5 and a 3, but he did pick up this one. Yeah, and this ended up coming in at a 3-point ride. Just the snap and then falls. He didn't quite get the board above the lip as much as he would have liked, so it was like he kind of pushed his board back down, kind of unexpectedly.
This morning, because it's dead low tide, I think, right now, and it's just closing out. If you're lucky, you can get, if you're at the right place, you can get a little, you know, little wall to hit, like maybe 2 turns on it. But yeah, it's super hard, super tricky.
You know, those Fiji boards also can kind of translate into boards that can be used probably at Chopo.
Well, here we go. Big offering from Dusty in the pit. A little bit of a skid and a drift off the bottom turn as he got that board to bite, but he will not come out of that. It was big keg.
Kind of cool that it was almost like a stalling tactic. Oh! How is that guillotine?
Wow.
You okay, Dusty? Where are you? There he is.
Oh, you'll be seeing some stars right there, Pete.
I think he got under it, but his board definitely got the chop. You know, he was able to like skitter, but it was almost a stalling tactic. It's just unfortunate that the barrel didn't stay open enough for him. Let's take a look at it. As John was before, he's getting a little stall, a little quick cover up, and then lays into that gliding floater kind of off the top. Nice tactics there. This is the angle I liked of this barrel. It looked like he was a little deeper than he actually was, but that turn there was committed. Big frothy section, and pulls it down. He'll most likely improve there.
Well, he's going to add a second score for now, Pete, and it's going to be worth a 6.07, so kind of grinding it out. Not a perfect tube by any means, and not the best turn we'll see from John Florence today, but it's a banking number for now. Twitter feed for the votes. Now having a look at interest being shown from John. Here he goes. Slash to the pocket. New section for an over-the-lip cascade. And that will be deemed incomplete.
Yeah, that won't factor into his top 2. He also had an injury that he was sustaining in the middle of the year. But he also was making a big-time movie. We'll touch on that in a sec.
Well, let's have a look here. Dusty Payne squeaks it. Goes burrowing like a mole, looking for a barrel.
View from a blue moon.
Yeah.
You know, he worked hard on that with Blake Cooney. Kind of tuned up and fixed. I'm sure you could probably hunt around there.
Well, meanwhile, quarterfinals now. Little pocket opportunity for John. Squares out another turn.
Well, it could be an improvement. Yeah. You know, if we start to try and compare the 6.07 to that wave there, what do you folks think at home? Is that going to better his situation, or was that barrel not quite enough? I mean, remember that 607 was kind of more of a pocket ride, and then he laid into that final move. This barrel a little better, you know, he's deeper. Not the cleanest of exits. And again, that climb up the foam, as you see, great technique from John. You know, he knows how to read every barrel. He squeezes in there, knows that it's probably going to be not the greatest exit, but puts it up into the lip for the final move. Unfortunately, the Firewire Pizel that was being ridden by Michel Perez.
John off the ski and into a cylinder here. We'll pick up on that and bring you the replay. We just managed to spy him there.
Into it, deep section too, and you see again another amazing read, knowing that it's going to shut down. Look at, he sees it, he's eyeing that this closeout section's coming, so he low roads and turns down and out before the wave shuts down. Perfectly timed, right before the lip was going to take him out in diapers.
Well, he was reading Braille to get out of that tube because it had all sorts of stuff going on. Now a corner with a clean pocket for Dusty. It's a little too slopey and it's got a weak section, so he's out. Getting a little frustrated now is our surfer from Maui.
Well, you know that this crowd too loves John, so you would think that every time John stands up and does anything dynamic, the crowd will erupt, and Dusty would be hearing that.
Yeah, and I can tell you, John will be telling the ski driver to go left and go right there. He's so adept on that ski. And Pete, a big number. They appreciate the depth and difficulty. An 8-point ride for John Florence in the pit and now in command of this quarterfinal. With a flow through to the semi-finals, it all depends on, well, here we go. He's now played that smarter game, Pete. John flares. He'll get lofty and he'll go down. He doesn't get it planted. And now Dusty Payne gets to patrol with priority, but it's a very big requirement for Dusty. A 9.67, not impossible. And that's why we love Dusty. Plays to the same strengths as John. Here we go. Deep opportunity. It's a big backdoor type putt, and he'll be just behind. No rail drive for the entry there, and well, off it goes down the beach. That you see the churning leftover carnage of that right-hand pit that just reeled, but Dusty was just a yard or too far back, Pete.
Yeah, he was. You know, and it was a nice size set wave. And it almost looked like it had a barrel opportunity, but he got lifted just trying to get into it. Wasn't able to get underneath and into the barrel, so he had to just kind of ride it out straight. Unfortunate there for Dusty Payne, and now he's paying the price as he's just getting donuts.
Have a look at that. One of our athletes, Dusty Payne, getting the absolute rinse cycle here. He'll be used to these heavy water conditions, though.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, growing up as a kid in Hawaii, right?
Yeah, I mean, he grew up until he was 15 on the north shore of Maui, growing up in the Haiku region.
Well, Pete, John Florence, a 13th at Bells Beach, a 13th at Margaret River. You did mention his best result, quarterfinals, going down to Stu Kennedy. He's broken that now. He's into the semi-finals here in Rio de Janeiro.